Okay, so my dad has some questions. He's never done beekeeping before, but he's talked with me about it a lot. But he has a couple of questions that I think are going to be great for people who are just looking at hives for the first time, especially these high-tech looking ones. What is he looking at and why?
Okay. Curious as to why on this one it looks sturdier, but it's narrower here than it is here. This is deeper, this is shallower. Both of these are the same depth. Why?
So that's an excellent question. If we were watching a children's show, maybe a character would come out, maybe a cartoon, and point out, can you figure out why? But we're not going to do that. We don't have that budget. So his question is, why are these different depths? This is a deep, this is a shallow. Why? Well, in the deep, this would be the brood chamber. Remember that thing in the middle that I said keeps the queen on the bottom and the worker bees can go in between?
So
this is where they lay the eggs, in the deep one. The honey goes in here in the more shallow chamber. And what's good about that is honey gets heavy. It can be anywhere now, this is a big fluctuation, but between 7 to 11 pounds per frame, times that times 10, that gets heavy. Okay, so you want it to be a little bit less than that if you can for your lifting. I have a back brace for when I lift beehives because the year before last I pulled my back out. I was working like 13 hives and it was crazy. So not that that's that many. Okay, don't make fun of me, but you know, I pulled my back and now, you know, I wish I had done, because I had done all deep so everything was interchangeable and easy to use, but having the shallow makes sense. Do you think that answers your question?
So far.
Okay.
This one would produce more honey.
So this one, you would get more honey in there, and it would be heavier. So the argument would be how much of a difference. So I think 2 shallows would be more volume than 1 deep, of course. But what's important about the deep is the cluster. Okay? You want the bees to be able to cluster within one box, one hive body for the proper thermoregulation. So that's why you have it deeper. The thin is more made for honey.
Is this one more insulated than this one? Is this a cheaper model than this?
That's a good question. So, is this a cheaper, less insulated model compared to this one? My initial reaction, if I can remember correctly, is I believe they're the same price, but perhaps you're doing different things here.
This one's lighter.
That one's lighter? Okay. So maybe they're different. They appear to be similar plastics.
This one's much lighter.
Much lighter. See, that's important. That's important.
Maybe more insulation.
More insulation.
More of a hotel, motel.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So that's something we should consider. Now, these are Turkish beehives. I believe they were flown in from Germany, but nothing's in English. And I believe I'll be getting a catalog to order different supplies, but I don't think that'll be in English either. So these, unfortunately, aren't made ready with, you know, IKEA-style characters putting the assembly together or how to use it, but I'm sure we can get that eventually. So he's weighing them with his hand.
Being a cheap person, maybe this was prototype A, this is prototype B, this has carrying handles, this does not. This has a firmer foundation, this has a simpler foundation.
Well, and also, this one, maybe this is more for bee
ergonomic
breeding, and this one is more for honey production.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that, because this one has a very specific entrance, and that one, I don't recall. That one has this entrance.
Ergonomic.
And this has these. I didn't show you these up close. This is the other hive, so don't get confused. But it has these different. Hey. It has these different symbols on them that I need to learn what they mean. Okay? So let's put this back. Okay, so my dad thinks he figured out how to put this on. Hey, you know, I make these videos for people to see me make all kinds of mistakes, and then they know. They learn better. They learn more good. Okay. I think you maybe. Oh, what does this green thing come off? Probably not.
Let's see something.
Oh, hey now.
Ta-da.
Oh.
I don't know.
There's gotta be. That's right, but there's gotta be a way to hold it up. I'm sorry. Can you do that again, sir? Because that was amazing.
The latch. They put thought into this.
Definitely.
And I don't know anything about this stuff.
They definitely put thought into it. The other one doesn't have that. It has nail holes. So you just nail it into the side of the hive.
So the problem came from this. This is very pliable.
Uh-huh.
You just have to pull it a little bit.
But these green things don't come off?
Well,
or?
I don't. Doesn't seem
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
They seem.
Green means go. Go in here.
So just kind of bend it a little bit, slide around.
So you're
more like a sleeve.
prying it apart.
Just pulling it a bit. It's
Okay.
a snug fit, but it's new. Anything new is snug. And then just turn the little dial.
Amazing.
That's what I've been told.
Amazing. Okay, and let's see. Hold on. Come back, magic hands. Do you remember anything that I said about this pollen trap?
This particular one?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You do?
I do believe. I forget what fell in here. Pollen.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe there was another gizmo on the side for your.
So what that's for is it controls the bees' movement into the hive. They're supposed to be able to squeeze through those little holes. And the pollen traps that I'm familiar with knock off about 50% of the pollen from the corbiculae or the pollen trap. The pollen basket on the back hind leg of the bee, which is a specialized group of hairs that they pack pollen into when they bring it home. And so that drawer fits nicely in there. Super duper.
Well made.
It is definitely well made. Lots of thought goes into it. Cool. Okay, so we're going to have a chat, see if we have any more questions, and then we're going to figure out some dinner. Do let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to do some more videos about these very soon.